All right, so guys, yesterday we looked at elimination, all right, where it was already set up for you, right? We might have had to rearrange the problem to get it in the right format, but we didn't have to do anything other than that. It was all set to eliminate, we could just do it. All right, today we're gonna have to do a little bit more. So quick recap, all right? So yesterday we talked about case one, right? We talked about case one of elimination. What did the equation look like? I know x and y on the same side and equal sign, but what did you see that allowed you to eliminate right away? You didn't have to multiply or do anything. What did we see right away with one of those equations that allowed us to eliminate right away?
They're all lined up.
They all lined up. Okay, what else? When they were lined up, what did you see to know you could cross one out?
Oh, the variables, one of them.
Okay. Meaning?
Opposite sign.
Opposite signs, good. Anything else? Opposite sign, two other things that were the same. We talked about them in the warm-up. Same what? Same letter, same number, right? So, same number, it's like Nini just told us, same number, same letter, different sign. No multiplication. We didn't have to multiply anything into one of those equations to get it set up like that. All right?
How did you do that thing?
So, first part of the chart, your first part of the chart is blank, right?
Yeah.
So this is just going to go back to what we talked about yesterday. All right? First thing, we'll fill them all in together. All right? We're going to have case number one, which we talked about yesterday. Same letter, same number, different sign. I know that space is a little tight, but just try to fill it in the best you can. We go over this tomorrow, guys. I'll make sure you have a bigger chart. But I just want you guys to keep up with what we're doing. All right? So, same letter, same number, different sign. That's what you'll see. All right? If you're going to be able to solve using that process number one. Remember, like I told you guys, Mr. Hager and I told you yesterday. All right? Process number one is the easiest way to solve because it's already set up for you. You don't have to change anything. You may have to rearrange it to get it in the right format, but you don't have to do any type of multiplication or anything like that. Here's an example, just so you can see. 2x minus 3y equals negative 3. That was the top equation. And the bottom equation is x plus 3y equals 9. I'll say it again. 2x minus 3y equals negative 3. That's the top equation. Bottom equation, x plus 3y equals 9. Mr. Hager made it a little bit bigger. All right? So we're not going to solve this one. We're not going to solve this one, but just looking at it, looking at that example. Someone tell me by raising their hand. Which variable would be eliminated? Ashley? The y, right? 3 and 3 are the same. Y and y are the same. And I have different signs. Good. All right. Once we have that, what are we going to do? We're going to add the remaining values. So in this case, like the x's will be left, and 9 and 3 would be left. And we just add them vertically, and then use our template and then solve. All right? So that's the first case. I'll give you guys one more second to finish writing that down. All right? So, everybody good? Everybody, people that have been here, everybody good with case one? Remember, and like you can see here, guys, it's going to go from easiest to hardest. All right, it's going to go from easiest to hardest. So, as you're going through these and you're looking at them, you're going to say, okay, do I have same number, same letter, different sign? No. I'm going to move on to the next one. Next one's going to be the next case that we have will be a little bit harder, but not like the stuff we look at tomorrow will be the hardest that we do. Today's kind of like medium, right? Kind of in between. All right. Let me pull that up from the bottom, Mr. Hager, or no? Yeah. Can't do that.
I don't, I can't.
No, I'm trying to do a mistake, I'm sorry. That's why I wanted to cover up 3 in this show. I want to go like to the side, you know what I'm saying? So like number 1 didn't, like 3 didn't show up. I could do that too, you're right.
Put it black.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hager. Oh,
I
maybe not.
don't like it.
That's okay, we can't do them all at once, Ms. Hager, we can just do it.
Good enough.
Good enough, there we go. All right, so on this, right, case number 2 you have, all right? You have that written in. Now we have to write this in. This is what we're going to be, for case 2, this is what we'll be looking for. All right, we're going to do case 2 and case 3 today. We'll have the same positive single variable in both equations. So you may have positive x and positive x. You may have positive y and positive y in both equations. So they're both going to be single variables or with the number 1 attached, even though it's not written there, and they're both going to be positive. So either x and x or positive y and positive y. All right, in both equations. So here we got x plus 2y equals -1, or x minus 3y equals 2. What's my positive single variable in both equations? Josh? X. X is nothing, there's just a 1 attached, even though it's not written there. It's positive in both equations. All right? So, what am I going to do? I'm going to multiply everything in one of the equations. So multiply everything in an equation by -1. I'm either going to multiply everything in the top equation by -1 or everything in the bottom equation by -1. That includes the number that comes after the equal sign. Because usually when we do distributive property, we usually stop before we get to the equal sign. With this, and you'll see when we do an actual example, all right, you'll see that we got to make, well, I'll show you, you got to multiply all 3 things, the x, the y, and the number after the equal sign. All have to be multiplied by -1. So that's this case. All right, when you have the case of either x and x positive or y and y positive, pick one of the equations, multiply the whole thing by -1. So that'll either make this -x, and the x's will cancel, or it'll make the bottom one negative. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Either one will work. All right, so that's case number 2. We're going to talk about case 2 and case 3 today. We've already done case 1, we did that yesterday. So case 3. This is when we'll have a single variable in only one of the equations. You might have a single x in the top of the bottom equation. You may have a single y in the top of the bottom of the equation. All right? You won't have a single in both. You'll only have a single in one. Right? In one of them. So like I said, we're only going to talk about case 2 and case 3 today. 4 and 5 will be tomorrow. And we talked about case 1 yesterday. All right?
For the
Yeah.
case, everything, what do you mean by everything in the equation? Every single number?
Everything. The x, the y, and the number after the equal sign. And when I do an example, you'll see how it sets up. All right. So now we got a single variable in one equation. I got 5x. This page is going to make it a little bit bigger too. 5x plus 2y equals 7. And I got x plus 4y equals 5. Which equation has the single variable? The top one or the bottom one? Bottom one, right? What's the equation, what's the variable, the single variable in the bottom equation? X. X is just by itself. So my top equation, 5x plus 2y equals 7. My bottom equation, or equation number 2, x plus 4y equals 5. Here's what we'll do. We'll multiply the equation with the single variable. So in this case, it's the bottom one. And we're going to multiply it by the opposite of what's attached to that variable in the other equation. So that means in the top equation. What number, so we said x is a single variable, right? What number is attached to x in the other equation? Shannon? 5. So I know I'm going to do something with, I'm close, right? I'm going to have 5. Go ahead, Shannon. I'm going to multiply everything in the bottom equation by -5. The x, the positive 4y, and the positive 5. Even what comes after the equal sign. All right? So if I have a single variable in just one of the equations, look at the number that's attached to that same variable in the other one. In this case, it was 5. To make this x eliminate, I got to multiply by -5. That's what's going to make it opposite. But I'm just not going to multiply the x by -5. I got to do it to everything. Everything in that equation to keep it balanced. All right? Remember, we're working from easiest to hardest. What we did yesterday is probably the easiest way to solve, right? The easiest case. Today, 2 and 3, probably like medium, all right, in difficulty. And tomorrow will be a little bit more, the most difficult that we do. Right? But again, majority of the test on Friday going to be made up of this stuff. All right? Case 1 and case 2 and 3. All right? Let's look at this. So yesterday we had to do no multiplying. We might have had to move stuff around to get it in the right format, x, y equals number. We're going to have to multiply everything in one of the equations to eliminate one of the variables. So I think you guys got a couple blanks you got to fill in there. You got to fill in the first blank with multiply, fill in the second blank with 1. So yesterday we had to do no multiplication. Today, we're going to have to multiply in one of the equations to get it to eliminate, to get same number, same letter, different sign. All right? We go down. So, first step. When we're, same rules as yesterday. All right? When we're solving, even we have to multiply in one equation. Same steps are going to be pretty much the same. First step's going to be the same. We got to make sure the equations are lined up. How do they line up again? What's the format? X, Y, equal sign, then the number. X, Y, equal sign, number. X and Y on the same side, all right? Number on the other side of the equal sign. Got to make sure they're lined up. And I think right above your chart there, with all the cases on it, it's written there too. X and Y, it has a format for you. All right? So you got to make sure the equations are lined up before you can do anything. All right? Next thing. You'll look at your chart. All right? So tonight we can do this for homework. We give you time to work on it in class. Look at your chart and go through case by case. Is it case 1? Yep, I see same number, same letter, different sign. I'm going to use that. I can go. No, it's not that. Oh, I see a single variable in both. Let me multiply one by a negative. Oh, okay, that doesn't have that. Okay, I see a single variable in one. All right, I'll multiply that by the number attached, make it opposite, and I'll solve. Just go through case by case. Just got to pick the right one. Look at your chart, and it'll tell you. If you want to put the smiley face, Jody, go for it, man. All right, good. So choose the correct case from your list. Number 5, identify the letter you want to eliminate. All right, we're going to talk about this in just a second. On your template for today, it's going to be a few things that got added. On there, Mr. Hager and I are going to ask you to identify what are you eliminating, the X or the Y. And there'll be a spot for you to circle that on the template today. That's a little bit different than yesterday. So you're going to identify the letter you want to eliminate. Is it X or is it Y? Based on what you have. All right, so identify the letter you want to eliminate. 4, write the number you're multiplying the equation by. There'll be a little box. So there'll be the first box like yesterday. There'll be the arrows to the next box. But in between that next middle box, there'll be a couple small boxes. And this will make more sense when you see the full template. There'll be a couple small boxes. Right? Neither the top or the bottom. Depends on which one you're multiplying in. You're going to write in that little box the number that you're multiplying by. And then once we go to the middle box, we'll do the multiplication and we'll write it in the middle box. All right, so the number that you're multiplying by, you're gonna write that in the little box. Like I said, this will make more sense when you see the full chart, all right, that full template in a second. But that's something that's new today. So identifying the letter you want to eliminate, that's on the chart, that's new for today. And also little boxes that are on the chart, that's new for today. All right, last step. Multiply everything in the equation by the number you put in that little box. That's the number you're multiplying everything by. Here's a little visual, guys, that shows you what it looks like. Here's your number here. First term you have to multiply by. So it'll be multiplied by whatever the x is, multiplied by whatever the y is, and then multiplied by whatever the number after the equal sign is. You're going to multiply by all three things. Usually when we do distributive property, we're only distributing the two numbers. It's a little bit different when you do elimination. You have to multiply into all three of the numbers. So that's a little bit different than what we normally do for distributive property. All right? And you guys already had that little visual on there anyways, on that line for step 5. So you guys have already filled in case 1 on the chart. All right? We just talked about case 2 and case 3. So we don't even have to worry about this. We already did it. All right? That's all set. Does anybody need more time to write in those steps? All right? So tomorrow we'll fill in case 4 and case 5. All right? On the homework for tonight, the first couple are going to talk about case 1 and case 2. All right? I'm sorry, case 2 and case 3. There'll also be a 1 or 2 on there that deals with case 1. All right? So when we go through these today, guys, I'm going to ask you to identify what case it is, so you get into the habit of looking at your chart to be able to decide how you're going to do it. All right? Like I said, the template is going to be pretty much the same, but a couple things that are new. Multiply the top of the bottom to eliminate what variable. So you'd write in x or y. That's new for today. All right, I'm going to ask you to look at it and see. And then the boxes, all right, those are little boxes to go on to the next step. Those are new as well, right, because you're going to write in the number that you're multiplying by, all right, to get it to eliminate. All right, so the first step is what? The first step we wrote is what, Ashley? Before we even do that, though, if it's lined up, right? Is that lined up? Yeah. X and Y equals number, X and Y equals number. Very good. So that means I can do what? Write them in the chart, right? Equation 1 I'll write in. Equation 2 I'll write in. All right. Good. Next step was what? Step number 2. What do we write for step number 2? Someone tell me by raising their hand. What do we write for step 2? Liam? Choose the correct case. So now, we have to look. Let's go through case by case. We have 3 cases so far. Let's go through case by case by case. Case 1. Same number, same letter, different sign. Do I have that here? No. All right. What was case 2? Someone tell me. Huh? Why is it that one? So case 2 was what? Single variable in both equations? What variable is single in both equations? The y. Excellent. So we know this is going to be case number 2. All right, that's going to be case number 2. So, what was step 3? What was step 3? Emily, what was case 3? Step 3.
Identify the letter you want to.
So what variable are we going to eliminate?
Y.
We're going to eliminate y. Good. In the little line right here where it says top and bottom eliminate, we're going to put y. We know we're eliminating y. What was step 4? Babe, what was step 4 on your list that we wrote down? multiply. You want to multiply the top or the bottom? Okay, so I'm going to circle multiply top on my, down to the bottom. What are we going to multiply the top by, Bay?
If it's -1.
Perfect. I'm going to multiply it by -1. So in the little box here, that's a new step, I'm going to write -1. All right? What I'm going to do next is, I'm going to put parentheses around everything for equation 1 to get it ready to multiply. I'm going to multiply -1, mistakes I'm drawing in. I'm going to do -1 times -3, -1 times y, and -1 times -x. When I multiply by -1, what's going to happen to all of these signs? Can someone tell me by raising their hand? When I multiply by -1.
Oh, so you know it will become positive.
Yeah.
It's not negative.
So the sign will become what? It would be opposite?
Yeah.
So when when it's case 2, and I multiply by -1, all the signs will just become opposite. They're just going to change to their opposite. So I'm going to write my equation right here that I get when I multiply. So when I multiply, what's my new equation going to be? Someone tell me by raising their hand.
X plus -y.
Careful. I like x. What's going to happen in this sign? We're multiplying by a negative.
Oh, -y minus y.
Negative y or minus y. Good?
Equals 3.
Good. Done. The bottom one doesn't change. It stays exactly the same. All right? 4x plus y equals 2. None of that changes. All right? What am I going to do now? Now it's really set to eliminate.
Then you can eliminate the y.
I'm going to eliminate the y's, right? That's why I multiplied for. I'm going to cross my y's out. Now the steps of we did all this over here yesterday. We were able to eliminate over here. Today we're doing it in the middle. So in the middle, we're gonna eliminate, and we're also gonna solve for one of the variables. All right. So that's, like I said, it's a little bit different than yesterday. All right. And like I told you guys yesterday, you're gonna know if you see one like this with the little boxes. That's going to kind of, because you're going to have the templates on the test. That's going to tell you, if you see one like this with the little boxes, that you're going to have to multiply. You're going to have to multiply. You might have to multiply in one. You might have to multiply in both. That's a little hint to tell you. If the template's different than just the 3 boxes going across with no little boxes, then you know you have to multiply. All right? So here's my equal sign. What's going to be on this side? Someone tell me. It's going to be on that left-hand side. 5x, right? Again, once I get to this point, it's the same as what I did yesterday. I'm going to get 5x. On the other side, 5. Remember, I'm just adding, going vertically. I'm just adding, going up and down. This was over here yesterday. Because we have extra steps today, because we have to multiply, we're eliminating, and also solving for one of the variables in the middle box today. Last step for this is going to be what? Divide by what number? 5. What will I get? What should I write in my little circles? X equals 5. Good. Now, I'm sorry, 1. 5. X equals 1. Thank you, Vanessa. All right. Top or bottom equation? Top or bottom? Who says top? Who votes for top? How many votes for bottom?
Oh, for top.
We're gonna go bottom. Vanessa, what's the bottom equation?
4x plus y equals 2.
Now what?
You're going to substitute the 1 in for the x.
Okay, so I'm gonna write 4,
Parentheses,
yeah,
put the 1 in parentheses,
yeah,
plus y.
all right. Jordy, what do you think? Now what? Any idea? I see parentheses
4
there.
times 1.
Yeah, what do I get? Good, thank you, Jordy. So 4 times 1, 4 plus y equals 2. One more step. Jordy?
Divide by 4.
Careful, not yet.
Oh. Okay.
Jordy?
Oh, yeah.
No? Not feeling it? Okay. Vanessa?
You subtract 4 from the.
Subtract 4, because I want to get y by itself. I don't want to touch that. Y equals 2 minus 4? Negative 2. There you go. Y equals negative 2. You just solved. You just solved. All right. So that was a case 1. We had to multiply by a negative 1. All right. Do our multiplication, and what you get is going to go in the middle box. Everybody feeling okay about this? Not too bad. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one.
Wait.
What?
I don't even care.
You okay, Jordy? Bam.
Bam.
All right, next one. Let's take a look at the next one. All right. Aiden, first step.
Gotta figure out what case it
Before that.
What kind of steps?
Sai, do you know?
Whoa. First step is, we're looking for what kind of equation?
No, before that. Step 1.
Make sure they're lined up.
Are they lined up?
Yes.
What does lined up mean?
X is in one row, Y is in one row.
Excellent. So I'm good, right? I can just write them in. X minus 3y equals 18. X plus 5y equals 2. They are lined up. Negative equals 2. Good. All right. Derek, next step. So we checked to see if they were lined up. They were.
Yeah, and
What's the next thing?
it says choose the correct case.
Choose the correct case. What's case 1 again? Do you know off the top of your head?
This one,
That's the easiest one. You can look back if you need to.
I think it's case 1. Just putting it out there.
What's case 1?
case 1, same letter and
Same number,
yeah, same number,
Oh,
Same what else?
different.
same letter,
same one, and then what else?
different sign.
Do I have that here in either variable? Same number, same letter, different sign?
No.
No. Okay. What's the next case?
Same positive single variable in both equations.
So it's the same positive single variable in both equations. Do I have that here?
Yes.
Yes. Which variable?
Y?
Y has numbers attached.
Oh yeah, X.
X. X is by itself. All right? So we've identified the case. So that means which variable is going to be eliminated? X, the one that's by itself, right? X. Do we want to multiply, Isolis, do you want to multiply the top or the bottom? You want to do the top? Okay, let's do the top. All right, we said top. Now, what's going to go in this box? The top box. If it's case 2, which I agree with Derek it is, what's Mr. Hager going to write in that top box, that little box? Vanessa, you think you know?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me.
A -1.
-1. Good. If it's case 1, if it's case 2, you have to multiply one of the equations, everything in it, by -1. All right. What should I do now to remind myself that I have to multiply that top equation? I did it in the last one. Anybody remember? Okay. Can I do this too? Just to remind myself?
Oh, yeah.
And then I know what you're saying. Mr. Hager's going to do it right now? Good. And like my good friend here just told us, what happens to the sign when you multiply by -1?
Oh, the opposite.
It's the opposite, right? Someone tell me. Nini, you know? Tell me. Yeah. Excellent. Perfect. Very good. What about the bottom equation? Trenton, what about the bottom equation?
You put that under.
Yeah, just put it right below, right? We didn't do anything to it, we didn't change it, just bring it right over. X plus 5y equals 2. Good. Liam, what do I do now? Okay.
Animal? No,
Ah.
wait. Oh, yeah, you can.
Okay. So what should I do? Emma's telling you.
Which is
Emma, what are you gonna do, Emma? Eliminate what? X's, right? Like she was saying, I heard you say it, negative x, positive x, they're gone. Very good. What else do I get? What else do I get? Hannah, what do I get? What else do I get? Tell me something else. Tell me about the y's. 8y? Yeah. Positive 3y, positive 5y, 8y. Very good. What's the last thing? Liam?
negative 16.
Negative 16, negative 18, positive 2, negative 16. Very good. Last step for the middle box. Bobcat. You got it. Divide by what?
The 8.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What am I going to write here?
Negative 2. Y equals negative 2.
Excellent. Marissa, top or bottom? Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Top or bottom, Marissa?
Oh, sorry.
Bottom.
L.
What's the bottom equation, Marissa? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Okay, what's happening with the y? Tell me what the right.
X plus 5 times -2.
Marissa, do you agree? Negative 10? Positive 5, negative 2? Jordy! Big J. What am I going to do now? You got this. I got faith in you, my man. X is already by itself, right? I'm going to give you a little tip. I'm boxing this guy out.
Oh, so.
In the spirit of the NCAA basketball tournament, I'm boxing him out. All right, what do I do now?
I was gonna like minus.
Huh?
Wait,
Add
Add what number?
10
Where else do I add 10?
to 2.
Thank you, Mr. Melendez. X equals what? X equals 12. So again, that was another, what case did we use there? What case was that? What? Case 2, right? We had a single in both. All right? Mr. Hager, you want to do one? Come on up.
All right, somebody walk me through. What's the first step?
Get 'em lined up.
Line them up. Are they lined up, Antonio?
Yes.
Okay, so since they're lined up, where do I put them?
In the box.
In the box.
Throw 'em in there.
Okay, equation 1, you're going to put x plus y equals 2. 2x plus 7y equals 9. Okay, now we're going to figure out the case. Is this case 1?
No,
Why not?
because it doesn't have the same number, or it's got the same letter, different sign, but not the same number on line.
Yeah, we don't have same number, same letter, opposite sign. Is it case 2? Where we have the same letter, same number? No. So this is case 3. What does case 3 say? How do you know it's case 3? Kyle?
You said the one lonely variable.
Yeah,
Well, there are 2 variables.
that's true. We have 2 variables that both have a number
For either one.
alone. So what do you do when an equation has a variable by itself in case 3? What does it say to do? Antonio, what does it say to do in case 3?
On case 3, it tells you to do single out the variable.
Okay, so which variable which one are you gonna single out?
I think we should get rid of the X. No.
Either one, you're not wrong, buddy.
Oh, okay, let's get rid of the X.
Okay, we're gonna get rid of the X.
I don't like that.
Okay, so he singled out the X in the top, we're gonna get rid of the X. So how am I gonna get rid of that X?
Wait, what case was this again?
This is case 3.
Thank you.
Well, think about, what's the X in the bottom equation?
Multiply it by like the single.
Oh, yeah,
variable,
right.
by the
Oh, yeah,
opposite of what's the negative variable in the other equation.
Okay, so what would that be?
So 2, but no, wrong. Wait, I don't know.
Negative 2.
Negative 2, wait a minute.
Okay, watch what's gonna
I have a
happen.
question, why is it negative 2?
Because
If you do negative 2 times X, what do you get?
Oh, yeah.
You get negative 2X. What's in the bottom equation?
2x.
Positive 2X. What happens with a negative 2X and a positive 2X? They're going to eliminate. Okay? So we multiplied the top equation by negative 2. Shannon, can you tell me what the top equation will become?
I don't know what you said.
The top equation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's, you're gonna multiply it by negative 2, so it's gonna be like negative 2x plus negative 2y.
Okay, I'm going to write minus 2y. You can write plus negative, but it's easier to just write minus.
Equals
Negative 4. Okay, Ashley, how about the bottom equation?
2x plus 7y.
Perfect.
Ash, you didn't do anything there, right? You just brought it over, right? Never change it, good.
Okay, so now I've got my equations from here. It's just like what we did yesterday. Hannah, what's my next step? Yep, and the x's with it, right? X's are gone. So what does that leave me with for my y's when I add them up? How about, yeah, go ahead.
5y?
Yep, negative 2 plus 7 gives me 5y. And how about when I add the numbers on the other side?
Oh, no, sorry, not that 5.
Yeah, if it was a positive 4, it would have been 13, but it's negative, so what'd you get?
5.
5. Okay, this looks kind of similar to one we did before. What do we do on each side now? Ashley? Divide by 5, and y is 5, right?
Don't mistake that name.
No, I've never seen that back in the.
Right, so y is 1.
Frozen shrimps on the bottle there.
All right,
No one's ever seen that.
what do we do with the with that y value now? Yeah, this time I think one of the equations is definitely easier. Which one? Yeah, the top one is a lot easier. Okay, you could use the bottom one, but you're going to have to deal with bigger numbers. Okay, Natalie, what am I filling in for, or what letter am I filling in for? 1 for y. So x plus 1 equals 2. Minus 1. And what do we get? X equals 1. Okay, so what case was that one again? Case 3. So you had to multiply by something that wasn't a negative 1. That's the first time we've done that. Okay, we had to multiply by a negative 2. Did anybody see something else you could have multiplied the top equation by? Let's say you didn't want to get rid of the x's. You wanted to get rid of the y's. You could have multiplied the top equation by negative 7. So we're getting into problems now where there's lots of different ways to do them. Sometimes one way is a little easier, sometimes it's about the same.
Guys, and if it were me, guys, I would have eliminated the x's just because 2 is a smaller number, and you're a little bit more familiar with the 2 times tables instead of 7s.
Yeah, so any questions on that one? All right, last, I think this is the last one, Mr. White, right?
Last one was there.
Okay, this is a hint at what's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen here based on that hint?
Be sure
The
that.
lines and stuff.
Oh, no.
What are we going to have to do?
Readjust.
I failed in this.
We're gonna have to what? Maybe add or subtract to do what? To make things lined up.
Guys, we're never gonna make you, you're never gonna have to, we're never gonna make it so both of them are in the right order. All right, it'll only be one out of the two you have to line up. All right, we'll never be both. We'll only make you do one out of the two.
I know how to do this.
Okay, so tell me first, is there one equation there that's okay? It's already the way we want it, we could copy it down right now if we want to. Sorry? Just tell me which equation is okay.
The last one's okay.
No, the bottom.
Okay, guys,
I told them.
why is the bottom one the way we want it? What's the order?
XY number.
XY number.
Please, count up.
Okay? So you can do one of the extra ones after. There's one right after this. But you can do it. All right, so bottom equation is okay. Top equation, is that one okay? No, I'm going to move it over here so I've got some room to work with it. What do I have to do? Vanessa?
You have to add 4 to both sides.
Careful, I'm going to add not 4x, and 4x. What's that leave on the right? 7. Now, what does that give me on the left? And make sure we put it in the order we're supposed to put it. 4x minus y. Does everybody agree with that?
Yep.
Yes, perfect. 4x minus y, okay, n equals 7. So anytime you put something in box 1, stuff should already be lined up. Don't ever put anything in these boxes that's not lined up. All right, now, does anybody see what case this one is? Which one, Josh? This is case 3. This is the case where you have to multiply by something that is not -1. Which equation do you think I should multiply by? Top or bottom?
Top.
And what should I multiply the top by?
-3. No,
-2.
Well, let's decide first. What letter do we want to try to wipe out?
Get the Y's out of here.
Which one is the one that doesn't have a number in front of it?
Y.
That's the one you want to get rid of. Okay, so what do we multiply the top number by? 2? All right, we have a guess for -2. I hear -3. Any other guesses? Okay. What's the y in the bottom equation? Somebody read it to me. 3y. 3y. What would you have to cancel 3y out? Somehow you got to get a -3y. So what would you have to multiply this by
3.
to make it -3y? Just 3. What would happen if you use -3? The sign would change, and then we'd have same number, same letter, same sign. We don't want that. We want same number, same letter, opposite sign. Right? So bottom equation, just copy it over. 5x plus 3y equals 13. Can somebody distribute out 3 and tell me what I get in the top? 12, good, go ahead, Kyle. 12x minus what? 3y, yep. And what's on the other side? Perfect. And now look at -3y plus 3y. That's the goal. How many x's do I have here? Okay. And what's 21 plus 13 is 34. And my last step to get x. By 17. And those might look like messy numbers, but it actually comes out nice.
X equals 2, right?
Yep. So 34 divided by 17 is 2. Which equation is easier to plug back into to find y?
I say,
Yeah, either one. The top has a little bit smaller numbers, so we could do the top. What letter am I filling in for in the top? X, what am I filling in for it? 2. 4 times 2 minus y equals 7. What is 4 times 2? 8 minus y equals 7. Okay, next step. If we add 8 to both sides, it's going to turn this into a 16. We want to wipe that out. So we're going to subtract 8. Subtract 8. So I get negative y equals, what's 7 minus 8? Negative 1. Is that my answer?
No.
No, what's wrong right now? We have-
Still a number, so
We have a negative in front of that y.
So it turns
so
into
it'll be a
one.
-1, right?
So what did you say, Jordy? Y turns into what? Y is 1. Yep. If negative y is negative 1, positive y is positive 1. Okay, any questions on that one?
No.
Okay, guys, we got a few reminders. Okay, you guys keep packing up right at the end there. Make sure you listen to those reminders. All right? Okay, this week's a little different. We're going to get your reference sheet.
Guys, you still have like 8 minutes left of class.
I'm just stretching out my.
All right, I don't mind if you stand up while we're going over these, but don't start, the crumbling of papers makes it hard for people to concentrate. Hold off like 30 seconds so we can go over this, and we'll give you the homework, and be all set.
Okay, reference sheet this week is going to be on Wednesday. Why is the reference sheet going to be Wednesday night? Because we're going to do part of the test on Thursday. Okay, part of it on Thursday. We're going to finish it on Friday. Thursday night, MCAS question. When you come into class on Friday, we'll grade it. So make sure you have your Chromebook. And remember, grades close on Friday. That's why we're giving you extra time to work on the test.
Those people that Mr. Hager said were winners, make sure I'm after school tomorrow and on Thursday. If you need to make up your tests. I'm also before school every day, down in my room across from Cosmo. All right? You need to at least show me one of these problems done before you can pack up. It's the homework.